your 10 bodies. Obviously, we identify the most with our physical body, right? This is the most dense, literal aspect of our awareness. It is, hands down, right, the most tangible vehicle in which our consciousness resides, or maybe instead of resides, our consciousness experiences the third density through our physical body. Well, as multidimensional beings, we are made up of 10 bodies. 3 of them are considered mental bodies, and 6 are the energetic. And then number 10 is the physical. There's actually an 11th too that I'm going to save to the end because it's really cool and it ties in a lot of the information that you got in my previous episode or 2 episodes back where I talk about mantra, okay? So hang in there. I'm going to talk to you about how all of these layers of you attribute to what you create in this physical reality, aka what you manifest. So the first is the soul body, which is connected to your heart center, your energetic heart space, the 5th dimensional heart. This connects you to that inner anchor of infinity that I refer to so much. When your soul body is strengthened and toned, you create and take action from this high heart center. You are able to create in this world without the interference of the logical mind. You're in the flow, you're able to surrender. So understanding this, you can see, okay, there's a really big difference in taking what we call aligned action from one of the mental bodies versus from a strengthened and balanced soul body. As I go through talking about all of these layers, you'll notice how they all intertwine with one another. We want to essentially experience each one as strong, and then they all balance one another. You'll see what I'm talking about as we go on. Just like the physical muscles in your body, if one of them is weak, then another one is going to overcompensate. So this makes sense to me when I think about the soul body versus, let's say, the negative aspect of the mind, the ego, right? If the soul energetic body is weak, then the negative mind is going to overcompensate with codependency, fear, and control. Which leads me to the second body is indeed the negative mind. It's different than you might expect, especially with the emphasis on making negative bad and obliterating limiting beliefs and negative thoughts are low vibe. And that whole narrative just really doesn't have a place here. The negative mental body, in a sense, when balanced, gives us that feeling of dedication. It aligns us with the benefits of structure, and it helps formulate and channel our creativity into the world in a tangible way. So it is really helpful in that kind of last step of manifestation, like taking the physical action, right? Making the phone call or saying yes or painting or writing or whatever physical action is required to channel creative energy. It's associated with the ego, so it helps us question, am I in danger? What do I need to consider to move forward? How do I create a healthy boundary? And so on. So again, this is when it's balanced, and I'm certainly not in balance with all of these bodies. And we're also in a matrix, right? A collective energetic projection that depends on the negative mind to navigate life. So, because all of the other energetic layers are weak, this aspect of the mind overcompensates. And I will tell you, and I'm sure you know, it's tired. It's exhausting. In common manifestation practices, what we think is coming from the positive mind or soul desire is actually coming from like an aggressive negative mind, because a lot of the things we think we need and want to manifest actually is coming from a place of fear. Again, because our soul body and some of the other energetic bodies that we'll talk about are weak. So next we come to the positive mind. The positive mind is an expansive aspect of the mental body. It quite literally sees a positive essence in all situations and circumstances and other human beings. When your positive mind is balanced and strong, you feel confident, communicative, playful, optimistic. It's very much like a healed inner child. When the positive mind is weak, the negative mind takes over. The logic of the negative mind is overused. So you can see how the way that manifestation is taught goes, it like hyper focuses so much on the positive mind instead of bringing a balance. And none of these bodies that we're talking about are meant to be the only one that we use. For instance, the next body is the neutral mind, so the meditative mind. When this particular body is strong, it brings all of the other ones into a more natural balance. This is what we refer to as the higher mind, or the higher self. It's where we access intuition. It's where the energetic imprint of the soul blueprint can move through and manifest in this world. A strong neutral mind allows your vortex to filter in to this physical reality. If you have a weak neutral mind, you aren't able to see life from a vantage point beyond polarity. You're swinging from positive to negative, positive to negative. And this is the trouble that we find ourselves in with manifesting. We're taught to swing positive, negative, where just strengthening the neutral mind can bring all of these mental bodies into balance. If your neutral mind is weak, you'll be over-attached to the physical illusion and manifest from these attachments and these fears and this very finite perception of this experience, as opposed to a higher awareness of your soul purpose. The fifth body is our physical body. This is where all of the other bodies express and play their parts. It's an integration point, in a sense, of all of the etheric, energetic bodies. It's where we get to experience contrast and transmute. We get to neutralize duality. It's where all of the energetic bodies physically manifest themselves. It's your physical body is a manifestation of all of your other multidimensional experiences being shown in the most dense reality. All dis-ease will begin in the other energy bodies before it manifests in the physical. Next, we have the arc line. This is the sixth body. It extends from earlobe to earlobe and is associated with the nervous system, glandular balance, and the pituitary gland. It serves as psychic protection. And with a strong arc line, your energy naturally sifts through the experiences of life without shutting down the heart center. When you pray for something, or you really have this desire to experience something different in your physical reality, if you have a strong arc line, you don't just shut down and feel hopeless when something isn't manifesting. You have the ability to come back and remember the strength of the self experience, the power of I am, and to choose I am source, I am divine, I am woman, I am beautiful, whatever it might be. There's power in that arc line energy to be able to keep moving forward with appreciation and insight. It's also linked to the third eye, being able to see beyond what's being presented, see beyond the illusion. Next, we have the seventh body, our aura. The aura is your electromagnetic field, and a lot of people talk about the aura. It's just one of our energy bodies, but it does hold the magnetic output of all of your other main chakras combined. So the main energy centers in the physical body, what's going on with them, create your aura. Your aura either attracts or repels vibrational matches of energy and experience. When your auric body is strong, all of the chakras are able to come into a natural balance, and the needs of all of your bodies, your soul, your physical body, your soul blueprint, are able to vibrate into your reality without extreme effort, without nervous system burnout, without endless mindset work and manifestation lists and trying to figure out all of your limiting beliefs. We need to be able to let go of the obsession with using the mental body. And as we move into, we're still bridging, we're just like beginning to experience this Aquarian energy, the Aquarian age, this new earth energy, the fourth density. As we move into that, we need to let aspects of the mental body die. Not in the sense of we don't use them, but they need a damn rest. And the current way that manifestation is being taught is not in alignment with this fifth density energy system. So those of you who are highly sensitive, who have very sensitive nervous systems and are in tune and awake and identify as starseeds and all of the things, you are going to find that all of that mindset work and all of the things that have been taught about manifestation are old earth. They don't work for you anymore. Your soul is not satisfied with that. The eighth body is the pranic body. So this energy body contains your life force and flows the prana through your entire energy system. This is directly influenced by breath work, aka pranayama, right? Pranayama is the science of breath. So breaking down the word prana, meaning life force, pran, first unit, that first seeding, yam, expansion. We expand the first seed of this life force. We manage our energy systems by strengthening this pranic body. This energy body, when working properly, when strengthened and revered, brings the perspective from finite to the infinite and allows us to release pent-up emotional energy and karmas from the physical body and the auric fields. If this body is weak, you're unknowingly manifesting karmic energy clusters. Next, we have the subtle body, the body of the universal biorhythm. you intuitively pick up subtle energy and navigate situations without overusing the mental bodies. This is linked to clairsentience, surrender, intuition, and not having to overthink taking action. Trusting in the action because you know all of your other energetic layers are functioning. The 10th body is our radiant body. Without a full radiant body, we're always going to be grasping for security other than our inner being and connection with the infinite. Can you see how a majority of manifestation techniques are coming from an underdeveloped and weak energy system? When we attune to the subtle energy of our beings and do the work to bring it into balance, we naturally manifest what we need. We don't need to use the mind the way that we do. The 10 bodies directly communicate with one another. All of the chakras, all of the systems of the body, the brain, and so on. You do not need to focus on mindset work to manifest shit. The magic is in surrendering and trusting that you came here with an energy system that is capable of creating miracles every breath. The 11th body is the nod. I spoke about the nod in my other episode, but this is the essence of sound. In the nod, truth flows beyond duality in the quantum patterning of the sacred sound, the mantras. This patterning of sound reorganizes energy patterning in alignment with your highest truth. In my experience, focusing on the 11th body organizes all the other energetic bodies and then also the physical. So again, working with the mantra and working with the nod is all we really need to do. I hope you learned something from this audio training. I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to working together and exploring Kundalini, yoga, meditation, mudra, mantra, all the things.